Hello, everyone, and welcome to Borderline Hooligans Podcast, a comedy show with Brennan,
Ahoy, ahoy.
Aaron,
Hello.
Brady,
Present.
and the most awesome person of all, me, Alex.
You have to lie to the people.
That's a
about
lie.
Wrong.
So wrong.
Wrong.
So wrong.
Everybody did the hand motion when they did it too.
So
you can't say wrong without the hand motion.
It's
I
kinda
just butchered
funny,
the
yeah.
fuck
You
out
know
of
what's
that.
even funnier? China.
You also have to do the hand motion
China.
for that.
So, anyways, Brady, are you ready for your drink?
Oh,
This
geez.
Yes, so we
Who's
have
finishing this one?
I am.
Brady's AA meeting.
I want to try that after
To
you. I
start.
never tried it.
Alex, what do we have here for Brady this week?
Brady, why don't you read the label for the
I
audience?
Definitely have never tried this. Jack Daniel's Watermelon Punch contains alcohol.
No
Yes,
shit.
it does.
It says that in really big letters. Like
Well, I mean,
I think
they
it's
call
because it
punch.
looks fruity.
It looks like
so,
juice, dude.
Yeah, kind of making.
Mommy, I want to drink that.
No.
So, the verdict is
This is going to be higher on the list.
Is it worthy of another sip?
Oh, come on.
It reminds me of a. I could definitely see this making you feel sick after a couple.
Well, yeah.
I need to
Oh,
try
yeah.
that.
It reminds me of
try
a
it. He
candy.
wants to try it.
I'm trying
I
to
haven't
think of
tried
the.
that yet.
I'm trying to think of the candy that it is.
Jolly Rancher.
Like a watermelon
It's the
Jolly
watermelon
Rancher.
Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah, it's definitely what it is.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
you definitely would get
That's
sick
very-
after a couple of those.
Gut rot after 4.
Yeah, there's
Like
a
it's-
reason
It
why.
tastes like you're
They
drinking.
sell in 6-packs and
Yeah.
nothing bigger.
Tastes like you're drinking sugar, just sugar and alcohol mix.
That's where gut rut comes
Plus,
from.
that'd be an easier drink than some of those really sugary ones, though. I think.
I mean, it does taste significantly better than
Like-
quite a few things on that list.
To me, the Natterers were always so hard to drink a ton of.
Well, it's because they're super, super sugary.
Right.
I've never
I
tried
didn't think
one
they were
of
hard to
those.
drink. I think just after the while of me just consuming nothing but Natter Days, I was just tired of the taste.
Mm.
Like our senior trip, that's all I drank was Natter Days.
Yeah, that's right.
So, Brady, how high does it go?
I'm gonna say,
Probably above Twisted Tea.
yeah, but just between Twisted Tea and Crown Apple and Ski, I would say.
Alrighty.
Like that one is like one that was way more tolerable than others. But I don't see that being able to be a long-term thing you drink.
Oh, no. Definitely not.
I just put like Jack Melon or something like
So
that.
since there's a watermelon flavored one, is there other flavors?
Oh,
Like,
There
Obviously.
is.
is there a green apple?
I didn't see one when I was shopping.
Okay. I like green apple flavored shit, but
Same.
green apple is a solid candy flavor.
Probably about
Yes,
the
it is.
best overall. Like,
Because
it's
so-
the flavor that translates the best across all platforms.
that, and it's also like, I like sour things, but I
Yep.
also like sweet things.
Yep.
And it's like the perfect
It's the
medium.
best of both.
Oh, one of
I'll
the
get both.
one of the guys at work actually hates me when I say that green apple Gatorade's my favorite Gatorade flavor.
That's not a bad statement, you know?
No, it's not. That's a good flavor.
The only thing I don't like about it is it turns everything very dark green.
You don't like the color green?
I'm saying your tongue, your lips,
Oh.
it stains everything.
I feel like it's thicker than most Gatorades.
I agree with that.
Hmm.
It's not like as refreshing as others, but if you're
It's
just
just a
drinking,
good.
if
Like,
you're-
I wouldn't drink it while I'm like working out or
or, yeah,
anything.
exercising,
Right.
it's
I drink it whenever I'm sitting on the couch,
Mhm.
hanging out.
Mhm.
I feel like you need a lighter color. For
My
working
go-to
out.
for going out in public is Glacier Cherry because it's white, so it like stains nothing. You don't have to worry about it,
Mm.
Getting in your mouth and like looking like you're stupid because you get a pure green tongue.
I think you just care too much what other people think about you.
Well, that too, but
Self-conscious much?
Okay.
Ooh.
This is even like a standard size. This is 10 fluid ounces.
how much is
Yeah, I noticed the bottle was a little
how
different.
much is a normal like a Budweiser?
like a 12.
Well,
Like-
What's the alcohol percentage in that?
4.8.
that's pretty
So
normal,
that's
isn't
pretty
it?
standard for beer. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
Yes.
as
Normally beer's around 4 to 5.
yeah. I believe that should be 5.
And I think platinum's around like 8, isn't it?
6.
Yes, sir.
6.
Platinums are 6.
Platinums are 6.
That was higher than that.
I thought so too.
We
Look it
don't
up.
have a platinum.
You
or
can,
yeah,
throw,
you can look
you
it
can throw
up.
your challenge flag. You got one yet?
Breaks the
Frog
bottle.
spikes his Budweiser bottle.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's 5.
don't break Baron's bottles.
He is slouched
think we
over.
have
He
that
is
one left.
fucked up.
Well, I mean, he has that bottle of Dickel and that bottle of Crown. That
He's
Pepper
under the
Bay.
influence.
Guys,
When was
Yeah.
the last time he fucking ate?
He's unresponsive.
he refuses to eat. He says he's
Guys,
on a liquid
guys.
diet.
He's unresponsive.
Oh shit!
Is he dead?
Quick, Bray, do CPR.
It's okay. I know mouth to mouth.
Oh my god!
Right for his
Hey,
ass.
hey, it is ass eating.
Wrong
season.
head! Wrong head!
Wrong head. Change of scenery, Baron.
Let him upright.
I'm
Let
working
him.
on it.
What?
His legs so out on the
Put
wall.
some respect on
He's
him,
like a
man.
limp noodle.
Yeah, he doesn't sit up very well.
Prop me up in the
There he goes.
corner.
He's good to go. He's getting himself a Budweiser to start with. He's good.
You can have one.
For now.
We're gonna
For
pace
now.
yourself.
Just a little drakey poo.
Yeah, you don't need to take after Brady.
Next time we walk in, that fucking crown apple handle's empty, laying on the floor next to him. Barrett, the fuck?
What the fuck?
Somebody threw the cap away.
Oh, God. I fucking hate it when they throw the cap away.
Oh yeah,
My
That
friend-
happened at your graduation.
did yes.
He opened a brand new container and then just went, "We won't be eating this," and flicked it into the fire.
Yes.
That was it. That happened twice.
Yeah, the sergeant he opened up a bottle of Tito's and threw the cap in the fire. We're gonna finish this.
Brand new container.
Hey,
Took the cap
Brady.
and threw it straight in the fire.
Well, the thing was
Brady,
like
if you want to sound less like a teetotaler, say bottle.
Whatever.
he disappeared for a long time. Like no one knew where he was.
Well, your dad got pretty messed
Here
up
he
that night.
emerges. About 20 minutes later, 2 bottles in hand. You know, he had to walk across the grass there, and he'd fallen down a couple times.
I fucking love that guy.
But yeah, then he threw the cap away. Yeah, twice.
Yeah, I did it
and
twice.
then,
What was the second one?
oh, that one I can't remember even.
He brought a Ukrainian vodka to my graduation.
Of course he did.
Yeah, you want to talk about fucking rubbing alcohol?
Ooh, yeah.
Holy shit, my fucking nose was on fire.
You should bring it up to him that we do this whole like me trying a different alcohol thing because I'm sure he could supply you with something
Oh
to,
my
to
gosh.
give it a shot.
Well,
I've tried some of the stuff
I
he's.
could get any sort of German beers. That's the thing. I mean, like a ton of those you could try, and I'm
I've
not sure how
tried a
much you'd
couple of
like
things he's
those.
brought, but
I mean, they are like at least of higher quality. They got better taste
mhm.
overall than what we have over here. Ours are kind of watered down. Our domestics are so.
You gotta stretch it out.
Yep.
Alrighty, boys. So, our live stream was this last Saturday.
How'd
I
that
think-
go?
when we're recording this last Saturday,
Yeah.
So
So
it
it'd
would've
be
been a
2
couple
Saturdays
weeks
ago as
yeah.
you're listening.
it actually went a lot better than I expected.
It was awesome. I had a really good time. We had like 10 people in chat at one point. That wasn't
For-
us.
Our first ever live stream.
What do you mean, Alex? We had 1 million
Okay.
in there.
1,000,001, dude. I fucking counted.
1,000,001.
I counted every single one.
every single one.
It took me 5 seconds.
Congratulations, Aaron. You're like the world's fastest counter.
You know how I did it? I'm illiterate. I can't read.
can't read.
Wait, illiteracy doesn't mean you can't count.
But you have to read
Can't
numbers.
read numbers if you.
How can you? How can you be illiterate and actually
Yes, but
understand
he
what the
didn't
numbers
say
mean?
he read the
The number
number. He
space,
said
what do
he
they mean?
counted them. He said he counted them.
How does he know what the numbers are if he
I
has
say
never read them?
if he's illiterate, he wouldn't even know what they are. Someone just drew a bunch of squiggles.
They didn't do the symbols. They wrote out each number, so I couldn't read.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
There you go.
I got him.
Not even.
Yeah.
Like,
We finally got the good ending for Mortuary Assistant,
about fucking time.
and you
Holy
did
shit.
post it on.
It is uploading as we're talking. So
Okay.
by
On
the time they
YouTube?
hear this, it'll be on YouTube. It'll be on our YouTube page, Borderline Hooligans. So if you're listening to the podcast on YouTube, hey, why don't you just hit the little pause button? Just spend 4 hours watching us.
You
play
should probably
Mortuary
finish
Assistant.
this podcast first because
I would
4
recommend that you do.
4 hours is a long fucking time. I would not recommend watching the entirety 4 hours straight.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, we sat here for 4 hours.
I would say it's a good like if you're working on something else or you're playing video games, put it on the background. A little bit of background noise, get a little interesting stuff here and there.
Just be careful if you're wearing headphones. That's the only warning I'm going to
Yeah.
give you.
Yeah. You'll find out why. We're not gonna say anything.
That was a good time.
It was a
good
very
time.
good time.
I never really like. I always watch streamers that do that as their job, play for like 4 hours straight, and go, man, that's gotta be like forever. And then we actually did it, and it wasn't that bad.
No, but you also got to remember a good chunk of these streamers work with other streamers, so they're constantly talking to chat. They're constantly entertained.
It changes things when you're talking to chat. Like it really.
Yeah.
If you're playing video games by yourself for 4 hours,
Oh, hell yeah.
yeah, I feel like a long time. But if
Especially-
you're doing it with other people that are keeping you company
Mhm.
and just making time fly.
I wouldn't bad at all.
No, but if like you're by yourself trying to stream for 4 hours and you're constantly expecting someone to come into chat, I can see why that would take.
I don't know if I could have sat in a dark room and played Mortuary Assistant by myself though.
I don't think I could have. I can
Nah.
watch people do it in the dark. I can't
Mhm.
play it in the dark by myself.
Nah.
I'd be willing to try it, but
That black guy is still in my fucking room.
Yeah, that was frightening.
Yeah.
to say the
I
least.
would have shit my pants if he was in the fucking hallway. As soon as I saw him and the fucking clown. Go figure I
Oh my
get them
gosh.
both.
Yeah, but neither one of them was the active one. It was the
I would
random white dude.
love to see one where somebody has an active clown.
Oh my gosh, that would be so terrifying.
Well, we can stream it again.
Didn't we? Oh, he wasn't very active, but he was the one, wasn't he?
No, he
He
wasn't
was
the
never
one.
the one.
No,
no.
we never had
It
to
was
burn
a-
him.
There was a couple of story events where he like pointed down the hallway and stuff like that.
Oh.
but
Yeah, but he was never
Okay.
one we had to
Saying he
burn.
talked the one time.
that was a story
But
event.
yeah, it was all story stuff.
Yeah.
It was definitely a good time. I could do that again.
And we do plan on doing more with other games as well. So
Yeah.
if you think you feel bad that you missed it, it's not going to be the last one.
And some more Mortuary
It
Assistant.
won't all be
probably,
horror stuff either
so-
if you guys aren't into that, you know.
We plan on like I think it's pretty safe to say we're gonna at some point do Jackbox games.
We're gonna do plenty of stuff. We're not gonna drop all the stuff here.
No, but not all of it. But it's pretty safe to say.
But stay tuned. We're gonna be dropping stuff like this in the future. So
Yeah. And as you guys have already heard here, we're gonna be doing a D&D podcast starting next year.
Gee, Alex, how do people hear about our news?
Our news on Twitter, Instagram, and on TikTok. We can find us as BL Hooligans on YouTube, Spotify, and now Twitch. You can find us as Borderline Hooligans. And I'm sure if you're curious if we're on any platform ever, just look up Borderline Hooligans. I'm sure you'll find us if we are on it.
man, can we just applaud that transition right there?
What?
I mean, that was
Oh my
amazing.
God.
That was A class right there.
You know, like, we have not used the MUT button in so many episodes of this podcast, and then you just use it like a ton during the stream, and now you're using it again. And
I mean,
Back in
he
the
just happened to be
groove.
right here. I mean,
I know.
big podcast guy now. You know,
I'm a big
turns him on anymore.
I'm a big podcast guy. Yes, big podcast guy.
No, but we plan on doing more, and I really hope that we can plan some more of these and do some more of these because they are fun.
I like chat being able to actually like they could scare us.
Yeah, we had an add-on called Dixper, where people could use like cards or skills or whatever. Other side, dumbass. And they could scare us at random moments, and it was good. And there
Some
was
of
a
them weren't
couple
all
of tasteful
scares
ones.
either.
No, there was a couple of tasteful ones. If you want to see them all, either go watch our stream or catch us on the next one.
Like the
I-
best one was the one with like the casket guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the meme. I mean, it popped up in like the best times too.
Or there was that one. I think one of them was like some. I think Sav was like, look in the window, see if things are on. As soon as you look in the window,
It was so perfect.
it was perfectly timed. Oh
Uh,
man, I'm gonna have to go back and like rewatch that. It might be something I leave on in the background sometime, and just catch on like
The
funny
scares we
moments
missed.
or yeah.
No, but I also plan at some point, probably in the near future, making a couple TikToks from that live stream. I also plan, for those of you who don't know, I used to make YouTube videos and kind of just stopped and died down. I plan on making like a YouTube video or two, like haha funny moments from the live stream.
Listen, honey.
Where have you been?
Back to this again.
We're
huh?
back to Simpsons quotes. Before we started recording, we were like running off Simpsons quotes, steamed hams and whatnot, you know.
The Aurora Boreal.
Aurora Borealis!
Yeah, that.
What on earth are you saying? What? What was that?
So a couple weeks ago,
Oh,
me
no.
and Alex were talking at work. I don't know how it necessarily came up. So somehow we got to talking about Morningwood.
Oh, yes.
Alex knows where we're going with this.
Okay.
So then we started talking about how could you imagine trying to nurse your Morningwood throughout the day?
Oh.
Like just seeing how long you could go with keeping it.
The morning
And
wood
then-
challenge.
Then we brought up we could try it. No, I'm not actually mentioning trying this, but could you imagine someone trying the Viagra challenge? See if we can get an erection and make it last more than 4 hours.
Oh my gosh.
That shit will make your dick fall off if you do that. You know how they get rid of it? They stick a needle in your fucking dick to make the blood come out.
But I'm saying, like, unaided, no Viagra. Just see if you could, on your own, last more than 4 hours.
Raw dog Morningwood.
That is something to think about, though.
So the Viagra
is it
challenge
possible?
and the Morningwood challenge.
It is 100% possible if you tease yourself enough, or if you're just like
Well, but that's
that
that's
turned
not-
on.
I mean, that's cheating because the whole Morningwood thing is that it's natural. It just
Yeah.
happens.
But we're saying, like, just keeping it going. Like, we're
Yeah.
not
Yeah, that's
saying-
impossible. You can't do that.
The Morningwood challenge,
You'd
though,
have to be
is
teasing
just
yourself, and that's
from the time you
artificial.
wake up until the time it is noon. That's the Morningwood challenge because it's no longer morning.
You gotta like fucking tape your dick to your leg and then like pinch your fucking dick with your legs.
So it can't retract. You'll stay there.
stay.
You're just waddling around work all day.
Yo,
Stand
bro,
up.
do you
Good
have a
boy.
boner? What are you doing? Oh, I'm doing the Morningwood challenge. Oh, me too, bro.
High five.
The fact that we all knew what clapped together instead of hands. Without even like a image, we all knew.
Oh my gosh.
The random
Um,
things we come up with.
That'd be interesting to try. I'm not sure if it's possible.
I mean, just try it this Sunday.
or if
Like,
it's
just-
safe.
Just to keep like a natural boner
I
the
don't-
whole time.
I think it's safe. I mean, we can look it up here in a second, but I think it's safe up to like 8 hours, as long as you're not stuck with it.
An 8-hour boner. Can you imagine that?
Now, could you imagine? Now the rules are you're not allowed to touch it, so you just have to like watch stuff or like,
Make sure you
Talk to
don't.
someone.
Make sure you don't
erotically.
brush your dick up against anything.
or you have to just think of stuff, like see how long you can keep it going.
Oh, pardon me. Adjusting around people. I don't know. That's it's generally mine goes away right whenever a morning piss out of the way as well.
Yep, that's pretty much the.
I always have to piss with a boner. It's never it always happens.
You told me every day.
Well, not every day.
I was gonna say,
but
so
it's
help
not
me.
an infrequent occurrence. I should say. Alex, what you doing over there?
What do you think I'm doing? I'm
I love
looking
how
up what
this
I just
man-
said.
Does not care at all what he types in on his computer. How long can you keep a boner? with?
girlfriend. Big anime titties.
Alex, let me see your Amazon orders.
I'm not signed in on this, so I'll show you my phone afterwards.
How long normal erection lasts? Librate. The average penis.
It said a few hours, didn't it?
What is? It won't go down.
I can't imagine a lot of these websites are good to click on.
Depth
this one.
erection.
We
it's
just get, like, a
postmortem
WebMD,
erection,
please?
so that's not
What age does a man stop getting hard?
never.
Well, balls.
Never
Erectile
said
dysfunction.
without help. Do I need to click
Pretty
on
sure that's what they were
videos
saying.
to prove it to you?
Oh,
It's not.
No.
Alex, I don't care to know what
Well,
the fuck you do in
images
your
it
free
is.
time.
All right, now we know. Now we know what he looks up. Let's
What
look
be
at
the
the
news behind this?
Hey,
The
do you want me to
news.
turn
Gilpin.
safe search off and look up Sonic the Hedgehog?
Oh no.
I think I have to pass.
Hard pass. Hard pass.
I just want to know
Soft
how long it is to have a.
Soft.
Is it safe to have?
No,
a
I'm
boner?
currently hard now. Pass.
Alex's shopping cart. My Gilf and me.
I don't know. There wasn't really good answers with that.
Guess we'll have to try it and find out. Science
Yes.
experiment.
I know there's going to be something out
It's
there.
for science.
There was another TikTok I seen just the other day
About
talking-
penis? Because
Yeah,
that's what we're
it
talking
is,
about.
it is.
Oh my fuck you.
But I've actually heard of this before the TikTok. The lady was definitely ripping this off, but it was talking about how. So it's related to morning wood. You know, if every man in the morning gets morning wood, or at least some of them in the area get morning wood, and morning is like a line that moves across. Everybody goes on a different time, but theoretically, at all times, the world is doing a big morning wood wave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a single time since the man has spread across the world, there hasn't been a single moment of time that someone hasn't been hard.
But yeah, I'm saying like it's going in like an area.
I think
Yes, but
around
there's
the
also
world.
pop-ups throughout the day too.
Oh, I know.
I think that's fair to say.
You know how many horny teenagers are on this fucking earth?
You know, there's probably at some point in time in the future, or even after this comes out, there's probably some teenage boy that has this on in the background and is jerking off to Miley Cyrus topless or some shit.
Why would you do that? He's
You
hideous.
could pick a lot more women. Better women.
He was just giving a fucking example.
You want me to think of a better woman?
A fucking example.
All right. There's some 13-year-old right now listening to us in the background.
Background. They're talking like me.
Jerking off to topless Scarlett Johansson. There you go.
Johansson.
That was a good
Scarlett Johansson.
Johansson.
Yep, go.
Go power splooge.
Go gadget morningwood.
Is it sad that I want to make an animated series where it's just something like that happens every episode?
Go gadget go-gurt. Yeah, I saw it was on iFunny, so I'm not sure if it's true or not, but there were like side by sides of Johansson and like I forget how many years apart they were, but looks like she got a breast reduction. And
Okay, but was it a picture of her or like around the same time the original Avengers came out?
I have no idea what the time frame was even.
Because around that time she was wearing a lot of push-up.
Ah, I see.
Yep.
Like it was red carpet stuff, so it wasn't for
Not
a movie or anything.
No, but just in that time she was wearing a lot of push-up stuff.
Okay.
Because that time frame, big boobs were a big thing.
Alex really looks into this.
Are
He
they
really
not
knows.
anymore?
They still are, but
It's more about the ass, Brennan.
yeah.
I mean, I would be lying. I would be lying if it
Fucking love
wasn't. Yeah.
that.
But
I'm
anyways,
not
the
gonna
joke
say
was.
the title.
No.
Anyways,
but
the joke was, hit Thanos below it, gone, reduced to atoms.
Yeah.
It was funny, but yeah, I would say ass is more of a thing nowadays.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
It's
I
hard to
mean,
refute
just look
that.
at Kate Upton's popularity.
Well, she's got both. Justin,
is she not adequate enough for you?
Justin Verlander is a very lucky man.
I was
Say
going to
that.
say that. You fucking asshole. You had to fucking beat me. You fucking prick. Fuck you.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, it is Tuesday.
Oh shit.
All right. There's a lot of dick talk going on, so I'm going to change the
Yeah,
subject.
it's about time to get off of this. I
What we
think
got?
So,
you guys are awful concerning with how much dick talk you've brought into this
And the fact
conversation.
Okay,
you-
you work at a recycling center and come up with something to talk with your buddy that you've been spending.
I could think of something else besides fucking morning wood.
Yeah, you're around a bunch of men. Hey, how about my dick last night?
No. How about my dick this morning?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Dude,
Dick
half an hour
Solvay.
ago, rock fucking hard. Now, soft. Soft as a pillow.
We talk about other stuff, but it's just not.
It's not that interesting.
No.
Oh man, so and so has the best penis at the whole recycling center. You guys like swap sizes
It's
and
the
whatnot?
lady working the office.
Oh shit!
I can't say that. She's my aunt.
Oh, damn it!
So, anyways, The morning after our live show, I went duck hunting because that just came in. That was just open season on Saturday, and so we went out Sunday. And there's this one point in time where a stray duck just landed in our decoys, and we couldn't tell if it was legal to shoot or not. And we spent 45 fucking minutes trying to figure out if it was a legal duck or not. My buddy was taking pictures, comparing it to other photos online. After a while, we're like, yeah, we could shoot it. I mean, if not, we just, tie it to a rock and throw it in the water.
Wait, what would make it illegal?
If it wasn't like
Certain species.
yeah, like
okay.
like a certain species.
Got
Like,
it.
and so, mind you, this duck is the size of about 2 softballs, maybe not that big, right?
Okay.
The 3 guys to the right of me had the bright idea that they're gonna blast this thing at the same time, and so they counted down to 3, or from 3. They fucking nailed this thing, which, mind you, is 10 feet away from us.
Oh my gosh.
Obliterated.
Like
It took you that long to figure out if it was legal or not?
because it kept swimming around and we couldn't get a good look
Oh.
at it because it was swimming through the decoys.
With these upgrades, you never stood a chance.
But we sent the dog out to get it, and like literally the one wing is gone, the fucking face is half exploded. I was like, what the fuck was the point of this? I fucking cleaned that shit. I got a nugget about the size of a regular chicken nugget out of that thing. It was brutal.
You spent 45 minutes trying to figure out if it was legal just to not
Okay,
get
I don't know
anything
what
out
the
of it.
purpose of that was.
But to be fair, natural selection, 45 minutes in front of fucking hunters, it deserved to die. Like, how long does it take till you realize, hey, these aren't real ducks around me? These are fake.
He might have been young. He's inexperienced.
Why does nobody want to talk to me?
I mean, it deserved to die is what I'm trying to say.
I've said that with groundhogs that like they've given me too many chances. Like I've
Like,
seen
it
ones that
deserved to die.
they see me several times and it's like, why are you still here?
Yeah.
The only reason you're gonna die here is because
You're dumb as fuck.
you haven't.
You want to die, boy?
But
Like, you should have been gone.
we had a pretty good day. We got 6. So we were happy.
You said you're addicted to it now.
Is that
again.
counting?
Yeah, it's kind of like a drug.
Uh,
I know the feeling.
Like, I looked up for a new shotgun just for the hell of it. I know what I want. Only downside is like, $1,800.
That's what my brother spent on his gun this year. He literally bought a duck hunting shotgun.
Probably
Good duck hunting for
brand
the
is
first
it?
time this year.
Is it Brunelli?
I have no idea.
Probably Brunelli. It's the only thing I can think of that costs that much.
I mean, they make a lot that costs that much. It's just
yeah.
My fucking uncle, he bought a shotgun that was hand carved.
Ooh.
It has his name engraved into it. And he showed my dad one time, and he was like, I'll let you look at it. You're not allowed to touch it.
Mhm.
He's like, I'm getting buried with this thing.
Hmm.
I haven't seen it yet. I hope he shows it to me sometime. It'd be fucking cool. $10,000 fucking dollars. I can't imagine how many hours the guy spent on it though. I mean, it was hand carved.
Well, our, I guess now old shop teacher from school, he has a custom built trap gun that he wouldn't tell us how much it cost. At the time, he said it cost about as much as a brand new car. Wouldn't give an exact number.
Well, also, brand new car can range
I understand that, but like the cheapest brand new car is like
18.
yeah, like
18.
but it's also custom built trap gun built for him.
Mm-hmm.
He's
He
big
is
into
a
that
shotgun
stuff.
aficionado.
He is.
I should say.
Probably not his only one either.
He's a gunsmith. He's very good with his stuff. I should say.
He is. I've seen him trap shoot. He's pretty good at it.
He
Yeah,
does
get
very
out
good
and
work.
shoot.
He does very good work.
We gotta get out and shoot sometime.
We do.
I'm down.
Weather's getting worse for that.
I know.
Oh, we should have some sunny days here.
I need to get some magazines. I need to get a scope. I need to get my 45s and my red dot.
Really lacking on that.
Yeah, money's tight when you own a house, Brady. When you're not living with mom and dad.
You can't look at just me.
I know.
Hey, Brady, how's that credit card coming along?
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's about what I thought.
Let's get him.
God damn. We mentioned that.
How about
like,
them Yankees?
We mentioned that like episode 2. We're episode 21.
At the credit card.
Yes.
And if it was the Yankees, the credit card.
Who knows how
I
many
don't know if
times
we've
we
ever
mentioned
talked about the
Yankees.
Yankees until.
No, this is not a fucking sports podcast.
Speaking of which, I have a sports podcast.
Holy shit!
What is that sports cut?
It is called
You
the.
about to say sports cock?
You are the
No,
sports
I did
guy.
not. But,
Sports ball.
sports balls.
Oh, damn it!
There it is. The fucking dick and balls.
You brought it up.
It's like the porn Olympics or whatever. But yes. Anyways, that note aside, I have a sports podcast of my own. It is called the Shady Sports Report. You can find me on Spotify. I'm also on social media under that same name on Instagram and Twitter. Aaron can attest to it. I like interacting with people on there. I sometimes do some live tweeting. I've kind of gotten away from that just because of my schedule recently, but I enjoy interacting on there.
So, Brennan,
Yes, sir.
I guess not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before.
Oh, yes. Yes, we should talk about that.
That was a good time.
Yeah, so Tennessee beat
should we start
Alabama.
Yeah, but I think we should start from the beginning of how we were set up. So, I think this is like the most unique way to watch football in the existence of all time. Me and Aaron were doing a soul lock on Pokemon. He was playing Brilliant Diamond, I was playing Shining Pearl. And Brennan came over and was just going to hang out, and he wanted to watch the game. So he went and found a bootlegged live stream of it, and we watched the game that way.
On YouTube.
On YouTube.
I mean, it worked out fine. I mean, aside from the ads, because that bastard had to have it monetized. So you had to get out and then restart it. So that way it was back to where the stream actually should have been.
Yeah.
It wasn't just illegally streaming it. He was
was
illegally
making-
streaming it and making money on
money
it.
off
Yes.
it. You know what's nice?
He did double dose.
I bootlegged the Ohio State Iowa game.
Mm.
I didn't have any ads. It was
Bastard.
glorious.
Bastard.
I was like, Brennan can suck it.
Well, it was one game. But yeah, so Tennessee beat Alabama, and then
Brennan about lost his fucking mind.
He did lose his mind that night. And
I
so
mean,
did
they haven't beaten Alabama since I was like 6. So it was a big deal. Had our cigars afterwards, and then we got drunk, to say the least.
Yeah, we went up to the local bar, and I think the bartender really started liking us that night, other than how many times you played Rocky Top.
But we spent quite a bit of money.
Yeah, I also tip very heavily when
Yeah.
I'm drunk.
Yeah, I played Rocket Top about 1,000,000 times, I would say.
You played it on repeat the entire time we walked up there.
That's the thing, when I get drunk, I like to listen to music and play it over and over again. So this did not help. It did not help that Tennessee won. So sorry, guys.
It is what it
Brennan
is.
jerks off listening to Rocky Top. Let's be real here.
I mean, if they beat Georgia, it's gonna be the same thing.
Oh
so
god, Brennan's gonna burn the fucking bar
we're
down.
gonna burn the whole fucking bar down.
But yeah, you didn't just play Rocky Top. You played it on the jukebox, and then you played
Multiple
it.
different versions.
Yeah, like 4 or 5
Just to
different
spice it up.
versions. And then in between that, you played it on your phone.
We'd be sitting there just talking about dumb stuff, and Brennan would just interject. So I heard Rocky Top, and he hit play.
He'd be like, completely unrelated. Speaking of that, here's Rocky Top. And he would just press play.
Anyways, here's Wonderwall. Yeah,
I feel like if Brennan was a radio DJ the fucking following Sunday of that fucking Saturday game.
it's just
It's
Rocky
been
Top
nothing but
every other
Rocky Top.
hour.
Hello, welcome everybody to Rocky Top Radio.
We are going to listen to Rocky Top the entire show. But yeah, that's how I get. Whenever I get really drunk, I like listen to music, and sometimes I just replay songs over and over. And yeah, the fact that they won did not help anything at all.
I drove him home the entire way.
To be fair, you said that I could.
Yes.
You told me to, actually.
But he played Rocky Top the entire way from Alex's house to his house. And there was almost no conversation. It was just
straight Rocky Top.
silence and Rocky Top. And it wasn't even through the speakers in my car. It was through his phone.
To be fair, by that time of the night, I wasn't too conversational. I had plenty
No.
to drink. I know Alex and I were both kind of in bad shape by that time.
Yeah. I think we both threw up that night. I know I did.
Yeah, it got to the point where the room was spinning. It's like, ah, shit.
Yep.
Here we go
It's the
again.
fucking worst feeling in the world.
Well-
You lay down. Woo!
I know whenever I get that bad, I go and force myself to puke. But it was especially bad because after the first time I forced myself to puke, I went and laid down. I wasn't spinning, but I had to get back up to go puke again.
Shit.
And that repeated on and off for a couple hours. It fucking sucked.
Hey man, you don't know how bad it is until you woken up next to your sub pump, not wondering how the fuck you got there.
You guys tried some weird stuff that night too.
Oh yeah, we
was
had
good,
a
though.
whole array of shots, and
Just asking the bartender to make you.
as Alex
whatever.
said, I think that's when we really started to actually bond with the bartender. So
Yeah. And I know she's going to be mad at us because before the stream, we told her that we told her that we were going to go up and pregame the stream.
yeah.
We didn't have time for that, so we're probably going to hear shit from her.
Just
But
she'll have to wait until Friday. It's just how it
Yeah.
is.
We were also there until they pretty much closed. Like we
Oh,
were the
they did
last-
close.
We were the
Yeah.
last people to leave.
yeah, the last customers to leave.
Well, yeah. Obviously, we didn't.
The cook was there drinking too, but
You didn't get me home until about 2, so
Yeah.
we got there at when the game didn't end until 7:30, something like that. Of course, we had to have the cigar afterwards, but we didn't. I mean, we got up there about 8.
yeah, I know. It wasn't a super long
8:30.
time at the bar, but still.
Yeah.
My mom asked me the next day what took so long, and I had to explain the whole story.
Sorry, Brady, but I have a feeling that we have more bar nights ahead of us. Because that was a good time.
I mean, this Saturday is going to be one hell of a bar night.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe Aaron can come up this time,
Now, you missed out.
So you left before
Yeah, I
and
did.
you missed
Yeah.
it.
I didn't miss it, and I was contemplating going back after I was done hanging
You
out with
should've.
Sav. I figured it was 11 o'clock. I'm like, they normally only stay until midnight.
Yeah, we were there.
Yeah.
You guys were there. We were there a while longer.
Yeah, I should have fucking drove back up.
You should have at least said something to us.
I should have.
Next time, though.
I was
Oh,
also
yeah.
half-ass tired too at that point. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I bet.
Well, I think me and Brendan were riding high that weekend because I know before, the Friday before even the game, I asked you guys, hey, you guys want to get fucked up tomorrow? I was just in the mood to get fucked up.
Yeah, I told you if they won, I would.
And we did.
We did.
I do plan on getting fucked up Saturday.
So do I.
Don't expect me to drive after the wedding Saturday.
No, this is going to be Brady's chauffeur weekend, and we're going to be happy we're hanging out with a teetotaler.
But we also forgot to mention that the live band they
Oh,
had,
yeah.
played Rocky Top right after we walked in. So Brennan goes over and tips them $20.
Hey, they deserved it.
He goes, I'm going to tip them. And I watched him pull a 20 out of his pocket. I was like, a 20? What the hell are you doing?
Hey, they deserve. Hey, they played good music that night.
They did.
They were
That
easily
was-
the best band we've heard in there.
Anytime
that fucking singer was
they
like,
asked
man,
for
I hope
requests twice.
Brennan.
Both times.
Rocky Top!
Yes, that exact thing.
Hey, it was just like Freebird at the angle that one time.
I was going to say, if it wasn't Rocky Top, it's Freebird.
So, and you don't need to drop that either because that was the nickname of it. So,
Yeah, I know.
but then they did play Dixieland Delight too, which is another troll job of Alabama. So that's good.
I
I
don't
didn't
know.
ask him to play that.
It was a really good night. I imagine we're going to have more nights like that. Just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're gonna have fun.
Oh, yeah. Especially
have fun.
Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Brady, I hope you're ready to deal with our bullshit.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Again,
too
we're doing
bad.
our.
Last Saturday.
We're doing a bar hop this Saturday. We're going as King of the Hill characters, like the 4 main characters from King of the Hill. So we're going around. We're going to take pictures in front of different places.
We got to figure out our fence.
I think we're like Aaron and I talked about. I think we're just going to drop the fence and we don't have to carry it around.
That's fine.
Just
I think if we all show up as King of the Hill, it'll be good enough.
And just, we got to take our pictures, and we got to take a lot of pictures of us just standing there drinking. Well, I guess 3 of us. Beer and
Brady,
a
whatever the
canned
fuck he
beverage.
wants to
Canned
drink.
water.
canned water.
We can just go get a 12-pack of canned lemonade or some shit.
Every time I think of canned water, I just think LaCroix, and it's terrible.
We can get you White Claws. It's basically the same thing.
Well,
A White Claw penetration test. Brennan knows.
yes, I do.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh
So
boy.
the other night, we're sitting at the dinner table, and for whatever reason, my mom's on TikTok, and I can hear her text to speech thing say something about you can't read this if you were born before, or you can only read this if you're born before 2000. And of course, I'm born in 2000, so she's like, "Can you read this? It's just cursive." And I was just like, of course I can read cursive. I'm not stupid. But the word that is written in cursive is sugma. My mom didn't realize she's being pranked here. And she didn't even like care what the word said. And I was just like, Mom, do you even know what sugma is? And she go, no, what's sugma? My dad didn't know what it was either, but I look at my mom dead in the face and go, "Sug my balls." And she was so mad. My dad hears it and he burst out laughing. He is losing it. And then it was like, on a related note, Mom, do you know what ligma is? And she said, no, what's ligma? No. So I said, ligma balls. She was not impressed, but Dad is just literally, me and him both are crying. We're laughing so hard. I've never been able to actually do that. Like, I've never been able to do that to someone in person.
Oh my god.
You don't ever get perfect setups
hilarious.
like that. I don't know why she accepted and said, "What is ligma?" I don't know.
Did you say on a related note?
Yeah. On a related note, do you know what ligma is?
You should try getting her with these nuts.
I should.
You should try to pull that off.
Oh man.
You should get it on video too.
On a tee. Just Happy Gilmore that shit.
It was so good. It was perfect. We actually talked about it again tonight at the dinner table, and me and Dad both started laughing till we were crying again just talking about it. This is my third time laughing until I cry about this whole topic.
Are you crying right now?
Yes, a little bit. It was so good.
Oh,
Wow.
fuck. I can see your mom too during that, just being absolutely peeved.
Oh, she was mad. I told DW about it at work the other day, and she was pissed. She was like, "Why would you tell him that?" Like, what does it matter? It's a funny story. He'll just get a rise out of it. He loves that kind of humor.
We all love that kind of humor. I mean, that's why we are here.
Yeah.
Oh,
I haven't pulled any funny pranks on my mom in a minute.
I don't really try anymore because my mom just, I don't know.
I only do it if my mom sets up the joke.
No, my mom has been getting mad at me for you guys know how open I am about literally fucking anything.
Yeah.
Like, you ask, I'll tell. End of story. And people have been asking me like some stupid questions in front of my mom, like my aunts and uncles and cousins and stuff at family parties, and I'll just flat out say it. And they're like, my uncle actually yelled at me, "If you don't stop disrespecting your mom, I'm going to punch you in the face." I'm like, stop asking me these questions in front of my mom then. Makes sense to me.
He said he was really open to answering whatever. What was that would you rather you brought up the other day?
Flex, would you rather?
That's not a true, like, open about everything I feel. You know
I'm
what I
just
mean?
fucking with you.
That's just a hard would you rather no matter who you are. Would you rather see your aunt and your uncle, or your aunt and your mom fucking, or would you rather see your dad and your uncle fucking? Like,
And they're twins. Don't forget the twins part. Twins
that
Basil.
doesn't
I was
change
just gonna say
anything.
that.
Twins
That doesn't
Basil.
change anything.
Yes, it does.
I don't know if I'll reach you.
Wireless.
Fucking
isn't it?
hope.
It's
Transition.
Not wireless.
Oh, what happened to the wireless one? I thought we used the wireless one on Saturday.
No, use
Oh.
mine. Oh, use mine.
Oh,
Oh,
danger noodle.
Just set it down in front of that, and I'll come over there and type it. I just won't talk.
Yes, you will.
Okay, so if anybody listening wants to like be our background guy for this kind of shit, let me know.
Background guy for this kind of shit.
Well, like the guy that like I have a application on my other computer. For one, he can listen to the entire podcast as we're making it. Two, we can tell him to look up stuff, and he could go in and type it and look it up and put it on the screen for us.
Thanks for helping with my Morningwood challenge, Aaron.
You're welcome.
You're still going?
I was still going. Why is cap locks on?
Caps lock on.
God damn. I'm just
Oh
curious.
no, we're just. Oh no! Oh no!
God.
Urban Dictionary word of the day:
Word of the bye week, I guess.
Well, word of the episode, I should say. Munting. Alex, you're closer to that. You care to read?
Give
I
me
can't-
20 seconds here.
Unless Aaron
Not
wants to
even.
read it.
Hey,
Whoa,
hey.
you got your mic off, bud. We can't hear you.
Sorry, I thought it. Can you guys hear me now?
Yep, we're
Hey,
good.
can you hear me now?
I can't hear anything in my headphones right now.
I don't know why.
You'd probably be on Brennan's end or your end there.
Yeah.
Whatever, I don't need to hear. Anyway, munting, a variation of necrophilia involving 2 live people and 1 dead, male or female.
Oh my gosh.
To munt. Find and dig up a semi-decomposed corpse. One
Mm.
person then goes down on said corpse whilst the other jumps on the dead person's stomach, causing the juices, decomposed organs to be forced from all orifices.
Orifices.
These are then drank by the person orally connected to the corpse.
Ew.
Ew.
Ain't right.
Fuck that shit.
You guys are welcome.
All right.
You know, I'm glad that a lot of this is just people
Making random
making
shit
it up, you know,
Yep.
like thinking of the raunchiest things they can,
You
because
know what's funny?
that's absolutely horrifying. That anyone would even consider doing something like that.
This is fucking stupid. It used to be more entertaining to click that button. You know that more random definitions button on Urban Dictionary?
Mhm.
It used to be more fun to click. That one was just names and crackheads.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Have you guys ever looked up your names on Urban Dictionary?
I don't believe I
Actually, my sister just looked mine up like a couple hours ago. I've never knew you could do that.
Yeah, and it's just literally like there's going to be a couple positive ones and a few negative ones about your name.
Actually,
just like every
like,
other thing.
Do any of them involve teetotaling?
no, but the last like 2 or
Oh,
3 sentences of mine were like super accurate. It was weird.
yes,
you
but
kidding
it
me?
is-
Half of it was completely inaccurate, but then like the last couple of bits were like really, really accurate.
it's not that hard to be very general and accurate with some of these
So
things.
it's kind of like the your
Astronomy bullshit.
astrological sign.
Yeah.
Like they just do these real vague things like Virgos, they breathe. That's so me.
Literally me right now.
Any living being ever.
Yeah, the fact that certain people get into that kind of stuff, that's just, it doesn't determine who
Your
you
personality or
at all.
anything. I don't know. If anyone is trying to date someone and they ask for the exact time that you were date and time you were born, fucking ditch them. Like, it's not worth the headache.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to dip. I mean, that's
not
ridiculous.
the tobacco kind.
I thought of that same thing. We all three.
Gotta pack it. You gotta. Oh, I can't even do it.
Oh, now
Whose
you're
pop
having the
filter
pop filter
sucks
issue.
now?
And I fixed it in less than 2 seconds. Fuck you, bitch.
Aw.
Yeah, like, if there's someone out there that determines her whole dating life around who she matches up with the astrology stuff, run.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
Just run.
like, male or female.
Oh
like,
yeah.
if you're a girl and
I
a
mean,
guy asks for
I'm
that.
sure. I mean, I'm just basing off stereotypes, but
That's like
I'm sure that's a girl thing for the most part.
Yeah,
Yes,
women
but
really
I do not doubt
get
the
into
fact that
that.
guys are.
that's
into
like
that.
top of the line red flags.
Yes.
Indeed.
Ooh, let's talk about red flags.
Red flags.
Red flags.
Red flags.
But everyone's biggest red flag, and we're already gonna knock off astronomy.
Oh geez. Oh.
Can I go first?
yeah, go ahead.
If they don't have a fucking driver's license.
Like your ex.
Speak from experience.
Self roast. Those are rare.
Self roast. Yes.
Self roasts are. Oh shit.
I'm curious what these two's.
I wish I
I'm
was
trying to
prepared
think of-
for this. I would have actually put forth
yeah,
some
would have
effort
like
into
thought
this.
of something before.
Well, I mean, this is part of improv, dumbass.
Well, no shit.
I don't
Did I
know.
ever say I
Alex,
was
how about
good
you
at it?
answer? Do you have something?
Well, mine's pretty generic, so I don't know how much you guys are gonna like this answer. But anytime I'm on dating apps and they are either plus size or have kids, I don't agree with that.
Okay, that's that.
Oh,
It's all about your scenario
horses.
too.
Fucking horses. Fuck them bitches.
Horse girls.
Horse girls.
Wait, coming from the guy that used to have the hots for a horse girl.
Yeah, I know.
Just saying.
I know. This
Are
is
they-
how I know, dumbass.
So
Hey,
are they
hey.
toxic or what?
He's a changed man.
hey,
They've got a.
you know that
it's
wallet
different.
and all that money you have?
Horses.
It goes into
Horses.
the horse.
Like, it sounds like a stereotype, but like it really is just a thing. Like,
Well, I know.
girls are into
My
horses; they
thing,
just all act the same way.
Yes, they do.
So, this one's kind of a stereotype, but just based on what I look for, I don't like ones that have multicolored hair. That's
That's a good
that's
one.
generally a tip off.
That's a
that,
red flag.
We're not going
Hold
to
on,
really
hold on.
Depends on how it's
align.
done.
Okay, hold on.
But I'm saying I'm generalizing. I'm stereotyping. There are probably some very nice girls that have multiple tones of hair.
Okay,
It's
hold
just-
on. I got a question.
Yes,
Is this like unnatural hair color?
Yes.
that's what I'm talking about. Yes.
So if there was like a blonde and brunette mix, would that be all right with you?
Yeah.
that is fine. I think.
Okay.
Well, like,
Yeah.
I guess if you're going, like, I've met girls that are okay that have like the one strand or something that was going on for a
Yeah,
while.
I'm talking about like the multi, like they go out and they do everything.
But like they
that.
paint it, they do it all purple or blue, or like some of them do half and half, like that weird shit.
And if you're a girl listening that has multi-toned hair, I'm not being a hater. I'm just saying generally from my
Don't talk to
experience-
Brennan. He doesn't fucking like you.
I'm just saying from experience.
I'm just saying from experience, those girls are probably into video games and anime, so come my way.
Well,
Um,
how about you?
Not
Brady?
all of them.
I guess
generally.
the ones that are really bad are like the older women who decide to do it.
Yeah.
Because those are usually the Karens nowadays.
Yeah.
Karen's or midlife crisis?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, girls around our age that do that kind of stuff.
There's still a weirder
probably
type.
heartbroken.
That too.
Mm.
I'll
Mm.
fix your heart. Come on.
So anyway, Brady, what's your red
I'm
flag?
trying to think of a huge like red flag, but I can't really think of any on the top of my head.
If they prefer Dodge over Chevy.
He's right though.
She's not my cousin.
If she dips,
She likes to drink beer.
No, I have no issue with women doing that. Oh, I am not the women who smoke cigarettes. I don't know, something about that. Just there's a certain type it takes.
It's not very it's not a very common thing in our age group anymore.
No, it is not.
But the ones that do,
I'm not sure if I
The
know
ones that
many.
do are like toxic as fuck.
There you go.
yeah,
they don't fucking care. They'll smoke in your car if they if you fucking
Well-
tell them not to.
The ones that do like actually smoke cigarettes and think that they're all that shit are the ones that are like half-ass considered beautiful with our day and age, so they think they get away with everything. So they're toxic as fuck.
AF.
I absolutely cannot stand when like it's only really happens in people who are like too young to smoke but somehow still get cigarettes kind of thing. Whenever people smoke just to look cool, it drives me nuts. 'Cause you can tell when they're doing it because they're being like super obvious how they like hold it and how they puff the smoke, and it's just like,
Well, they don't actually inhale it.
yep, it's so annoying. We worked with a guy for a while that did that, and it just it's a like a weird cocky thing that I
Is
just
that
don't
the
like.
one that just went back to juvie?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He reminds us of that one guy that we no longer want to hang out with or do anything
Yeah.
with ever again.
He's exactly like him.
The method?
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand fully.
And
10-4.
he is a giant cock. And you- like a lot of the kids,
Here's the dick talk again. It doesn't fucking stop.
we work with a lot of assholes and dicks.
I think
Get
we
used
just
to it.
need to like rename our podcast to just like cock talk.
Cock talk.
Apparently, our
Do you think we get more listeners or less listeners?
I think there'll be more gay men listening.
In that case, I'm glad we're not showing our faces. Nope.
No, but I know I've told you guys before that I try to bully the crap out of the kids that come and work with us into being better workers. That's what I do. And
It sounds like bullying is a thing that you do all the time.
it's not.
I mean, between this and your
Bully.
Tinder,
Okay,
matches,
the
I
Tinder
mean-
thing though, I tend to swipe or any of the match dating apps. I tend to be generally nice.
We're having the same issue on both sides.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said we were having issues, and I don't know why.
because I had the same thing. I'm still having the same thing right now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'll try to figure it out at some other point.
Okay.
Um, but it's like the girls on Tinder's thing with me making fun of them and bullying them are normally the ones that like they match with you, and you send some decent like question or joke or something like that, and they'll spend like 3 weeks and they won't respond. Then I start being a dick. The only time I've right away started being a dick is the one time I had free Tinder Gold and I was on the road for work. And I was 12 plus hours away. Did not give two fucks.
There you go.
I handed my coworker my phone and he literally just went whoop, 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 right, 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 right. And then went through all the, and then like towards the end of the week, because, you know, it resets your location to there.
Yeah.
Instead of it still being around here. I had like 10, 15 girls that liked me because we were, you know, in a bigger city, so more people would see your profile, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all bigger girls, all girls that I was not into. They're 12 plus hours away, so I wasn't even going to try, like,
Right.
at all. Then I was being a dick, like, for the laughs. And we were half drunk when we were doing it, and it was me and one of my coworkers, and we thought it was hilarious.
Alex has a new hobby of harassing women.
I harass
Absolute
everybody.
gentleman.
All right, so what
Everybody.
are green flags then? We were on red flags before, so
Ooh,
what are
green flags?
Green flag?
flags for you guys?
Green flag.
Aaron, you're in a relationship right now. What
Green
is your biggest
flags.
green flag from your current relationship whenever you started?
Dog lover,
Okay, that's a good one.
That's a big
That's
one.
a good one. I like that one.
Thick with 2 C's.
thick with 2 C's.
Damn it. You
Um,
can only do one. You can only do one. I'm just kidding. You don't need to.
what else is there?
We don't need to share all this stuff. That's I mean,
Basically,
a little
just start
too
describing
personal.
Sav. Like,
Right.
see, she's about this tall, and the other green flag, I think, is she has this color hair.
or no, I don't. Guess we don't need to go that far. This is getting a little deep.
Well, I forget what I was going to say. Never mind. I can't even think of a green flag.
Green flag would be like whenever they actually think of you, like they'll see something and then like they'll surprise you as like a small gift.
Yeah, but
even
when
if you
when you're initially looking, you don't find that stuff out.
No. Oh, I mean like later on, like like that's
Yeah.
just another reason to like.
Yeah, that is a good green flag. That is a big green flag.
So I think we're more talking about like the initial stages though.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're kind of like what we did before, because these were all kind of surface level things. The red flags
Actually,
were
having hobbies.
okay. There is that. That'd be a
Their
good one.
hobbies is
That'd be a good
not
one.
like pro-life.
Well, but I'm just
No, I mean like them actually going out and doing something they
Yeah.
enjoy it. They don't just sit at home and do nothing all day. They stay productive and shit like that.
I can't really say
they
much
actually have
about that.
interests, and
Right.
they enjoy talking about them.
Mhm.
And you could tell that they enjoy talking about them.
Right.
I don't know. I like shy girls.
That's
I was just
nothing
gonna
wrong
say the
with
same
that.
thing. I feel like that's actually
It's a
usually
really
a
big
better
green flag
thing.
for
There's
me.
nothing wrong with that either.
I think
No.
I agree, like on a green flag on that.
I have a big green flag for shy girls.
I don't know. I kind of have a feeling that like it takes a bit for me to get out of my shell talking to people.
Yeah.
Once I do, though,
Well, I mean,
I could talk freely. But
I think that's like, I don't know about Aaron as much, but I know that's us three. Like, granted, I know I'm very open about everything when someone asks, but I'm not as talkative.
Depends on how drunk you are.
That's true.
Right. Like the first time I met Savannah's college friends, it was a St. Patrick's Day party. And like I probably didn't say sentences for like half hour at a time. Because I
Yeah.
didn't know anybody. I only knew Sav and her one friend.
Yeah.
And there's actually one part where I actually did talk and it was funny. It was this one girl was talking about how she was dating a guy that was uncircumcised. And then someone brought up who's like, well, what about the dick cheese? And she's like, what's dick cheese? I'm like, well, you should fucking know. I mean, you dated an uncircumcised guy.
Like toe jam.
Exactly.
Amanda.
Ramunda cheese. I'd have to say, obviously, I was speaking from a lack of experience in this realm, but I'd have to say how they treat other people. Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not something.
Like random strangers.
Yeah, it's
like
not
going
something
out
you
to
can.
eat.
It's not something you can find out like just talking before you do something.
Mhm.
But like you got in public and then you got to eat somewhere.
They're not a Karen. Like they're understanding.
Yeah, they actually.
They know how the real world works.
Yeah, they understand. They can treat people well.
That's a really
That's
good
a big
one.
one.
That's a
I
really
think.
big one.
You know, I would say that would probably be.
I don't know. I have a feeling one of your big green flags though is how religious she is too.
We're talking about like just
Well,
green
I
flags
mean,
in general with her.
I
I'm
know.
not talking about who I'm trying to find. I'm talking about actual green flags that we look at and say, okay, yes,
I know,
she
but
checks the box in this row.
I will
Okay,
say
yeah.
there's different levels of the whole religious thing. Like there's ones that, like they go to church every Sunday, they're religious. That's about right. But then you got the ones that are like they, I don't know,
Overdo it.
it's almost their entire personality.
yeah.
I was a member of a group like that at one time.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get into a whole lot of detail about that because some people who are listening would probably know some people involved with that. To say the least, I had to get away from that. It was not a good it was not good for me. I will say
Well, I
that.
mean, in general, typically those groups shun on any sin, and they make it a big deal when you commit the smallest one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But we're all imperfect, and that's the whole point.
and I think it's actually part of our faith to acknowledge that. We acknowledge that we are shitty
Imperfect.
people
Yeah.
and imperfect, and we strive to get better is what we are. But yeah, there are people like that out there, and
There was sorry, I'll let you. Are you finished?
yeah, please.
Okay,
please.
so this past weekend I forgot to mention, I went out to eat at a local Asian restaurant, and like the parking lot was like fucking packed. And normally it was like 2 o'clock on Sunday, where
It should not be packed.
it should
on
not
2
be
o'clock
packed.
on
I was like, what
Sunday.
the fuck? We walk in, and there's like this big religious group there. I didn't know what they were, but we walked out whenever we left, and they had this great big fucking pickup truck hauling a trailer that had like this ginormous sign that was talking about like stopping cults. I'm like, they're a fucking cult. Like, hello, you formed a cult to stop cults?
Oh, never mind.
Fire with fire.
Yeah, like, and like they all dress the same. They like,
But did they dress up like dress like wear more dressy attire? I don't know how else to describe it. Just
Dress clothes.
dress clothes. Did they wear like
not
No?
dress clothes, but like they almost dress like Mennonites.
Oh my gosh, I think I know what you're talking about. Actually,
Yeah, it's like real close to us.
were you in
We'll
G-Town?
talk about this
Yeah.
afterwards because I believe
There
I
is
sent
a
you.
I like
there is a
I like
group.
the way you said that.
There is a group over there.
Yeah,
I was wondering if that's where you were at.
it was so fucking weird because like after we left there, like on my TikTok, there was someone in that cult.
No, I
TikTok
sent you
about-
guys a TikTok about it. Do you not remember that?
Why are we all seeing this TikTok?
And
Because we live in this area. That is why.
And I don't think we should spend a whole lot of time on this. Maybe for another episode we could talk about cults and whatnot. But like, yeah, there are some rumors coming out of that outfit that are not very appealing right now, and they're trying to get them stopped right now. It's kind of just like
Because wasn't there like
unverified evidence.
like the one guy was trying to say like you should praise me before God or something
Yes.
like
Yeah,
that.
the leader is supposedly basically putting himself before Jesus, which I think if you are a Christian group, that's kind of a no-no.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I heard about them, and quite troubling. There
Yeah.
are a lot of stories of
I just thought it was
abuse.
so fucking weird that I went out to eat. I saw that group that was like trying to stop it.
Was that actually the group though? Like, or was
No,
that,
no. It was
okay.
people trying to stop that group.
Yes.
It was just so weird. Then all of a sudden, like Facebook, TikTok, like it just started popping up. I was like, what the fuck?
No, it is big deal right now. It's
I
just like
know.
that other one that's north of us.
Which there's like that one you're talking about. We don't actually practice that kind of stuff around here, but then people they come in, they just buy a plot of land and then they build their place,
Yeah.
and then we can't stop them.
No,
you know?
we can't because there's no right to take away their land or anything.
We don't want them here.
No, but we can't just take their land away.
Yeah.
This ain't the good old days where you can just show up with a fucking army of shotgun farmers and tell them to scram.
Yeah.
It's not the Wild West, unfortunately.
Which, I mean, you always gotta watch out for that stuff. I mean, I think with my experiences, I'm kind of more, I'm more receptive to that kind of thing. I kind of look for that whenever I'm in a group. because I kind of see the warning signs now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I know there's another place around here, pretty close that I'm kind of worried about something like that going into. Um, some people are kind of blind to it right now, and they take it for what it is, and they think it's so great. Um,
Oh, I know where you're catching
and
on to now.
I think it's getting pretty close to that, honestly.
Yeah,
Warning signs like
that
wanting to
scares me
marry you
too.
to other people inside said cult.
Well, that's what the whole group that I was a part of was trying to do.
Damn.
Like, they talk. Well, I guess we're talking about it now. We might as well talk about it.
We just
Um,
can't give enough detail to where they know where we're at. But
oh no,
Yeah, that's fine. Good bring
but
it up.
like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they talked about there's this community in Columbus, and it kind of started out as like probably about like us. It was like a group of friends, and they all married their wives, and then they kind of just built their own little community like that. And there's some intermarrying going on with like their kids.
Mm,
And he kind of sounded like he wanted to build something like that around here. I'm like, no, I'm out of here.
no, like when it comes to marriage, and I know not a lot of people around here will have the same opinion as me, but I think you shouldn't look at their faith as much. You should look how much you care about them, how much they care about you. Like I know that's kind of a big deal around here still, but like anytime I go out and I start talking to a girl, I don't look for a Catholic girl. Like that's not what I do. And if they have a different faith, they have a different faith. Oh well. I can get married outside the church and I'll still be happy.
Right, which like looking for the beliefs, that was like an old time.
Yeah.
That's the older generation.
I mean, it's a big plus, don't get me wrong, but
Right, but in the long run,
who cares?
who cares?
And I still find I have to do that.
Well, that's because that's your faith. That's why I said it's not with everybody.
I mean, you guys talk about in the long run, and in the end, it's easier. I mean, if you find someone with the same faith, because then you don't have to decide between what the kids are going to do, if you should get married, and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's just so much easier to determine all that if you're the
For
same
me,
faith.
it's just a plus.
Yeah. I'd say
you've
that.
already got the same values, morals. You know.
yeah,
Well,
there's
I
no
mean-
question about how you're going to raise up your kids and what values they're going to
Mhm.
have. There's no question about that. If you should marry, and I should say I have dated outside of it, and I've come to this conclusion just because of that it's so much more difficult whenever you talk with someone who is non-religious or of different beliefs. It's just like some things do not mesh, and then they look at you differently because of that.
Now, for people who don't care as much, I mean, I'm sure it's not as big of a deal to them.
Well, because
but-
I know that's kind of where I'm at. Like I don't care as much what faith they believe, and it's more of like their morals and where they align with like how they treat other people and all that sort of stuff. Like how do they view themselves? How do they view others? Do they instantly start judging? Do they this, that, blah, 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 whatever.
I'm probably somewhere closer where Brennan's at, just at a slightly less degree.
I mean, you talk about not judging. To a degree, you have to judge people.
Yes, to a degree.
Because what's the sense in having our moral standard if you don't use it?
Yes, I agree. But I mean, like, they don't instantly hate someone or start looking down on someone.
Or
When they just see 'em.
they don't try to push their beliefs onto you.
Right.
Yeah,
You
stuff
can
like that.
judge. There's nothing wrong with judging.
But
They
like,
say, "Who are you to judge?" Well, I have my moral standards. You have your moral standards as well that
Well,
you're going to hold
it's-
me to.
I'd guess it'd be more along the lines like if you see a homeless man and they instantly hate him because he's homeless and he probably had drug
Okay, so I
addicts.
don't think that's fair. I don't know
That's
who
what
would
I
do
mean.
that.
That's what I mean by the judge thing. I don't mean like if you actually know someone in a decent amount about them to well enough to judge them.
I see.
Ugh. Peas and Pete's. This is a quiet one.
Speaking
Quiet
of quiet
one?
ones, my mic's I still can't hear anything.
Really? How long are we going here?
We're an hour 14 in.
Yeah, we started a little early too.
So we always start earlier. So,
Oh
how do
boy,
you guys got anything else you want to talk
is that
about?
better? I don't know. I don't really can't think of anything this time around, to be honest. I don't have anything.
I think a lot of the energy from the live show kind of took it away from us.
Yeah, probably did, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe we just got to plan it better in the future. So we
Do
plan
it
it.
so the following week is
Honestly, though, we've kept
off
this
the
thing
week.
going, though. Like, we've all been talking consistently the whole episode.
Good
so I think
topics.
this was
Yeah.
actually a pretty good episode, the way it flowed.
Yeah. I guess this might just be a shorter one, and I'm all right with that.
That's okay with me.
I mean, I was just shooting for about an hour.
I'd rather go for shorter than fill it with fluff.
yeah.
Indeed. Well,
Look who's
Mr. Aaron
talking.
Chief, you want to plug our socials again and whatnot?
Yeah, you can find us on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram as BL Hooligans, on YouTube, Spotify, and now Twitch as Borderline Hooligans. And if you are listening to this and you are curious if we are on any other social media platform, just look up Borderline Hooligans. If we're on it, I'm sure you'll find us. It's not that hard.
And again, if you are into sports, please consider listening to my podcast. I know Aaron can attest; he's a loyal listener of the show. So
It's a good time.
indeed,
Aaron's got his frequent flyer card.
he is a certified shady character. Those
Yeah,
are my
straight.
I
number
guess
one
that's
fans.
something else we should probably start coming up with. What are we going to call our fans at some point?
Hooligans.
Hooligans?
Hooligans.
Easy.
All right.
Or Goonies.
Goonies. Like it. Like it.
We are the hooligans. They are the Goonies.
Or the Hoonies.
The Hoonies.
We'll have to think about that.
It
one.
all works.
Yeah, we're going to have to think about that
I'll
because
call
that's...
you fucking dipshit for all I care.
All right, you guys are the dipshits.
I just thought since it's the Shady Sports Report, my top fans are the shady characters. They're the ones that really get into all that kind of stuff. Like me, I'm a shady character, except they follow me. They're all my shady characters.
Like a cult, huh? They follow you.
No,
like a
that's
cult.
not it. It's entirely different.
You heard it here first, guys. Brennan's starting a cult.
Meh.
And all the money he gains is going towards this podcast, so money well spent.
Here we go. All right, well, on that note, bye.
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 Suck my balls, you munting cunt.